iron and a restroom.
So, become the highest quality, same as...
What are you doing?
It's only a crazy parent like you that would try to sabotage a child. I did what I did. Every time.
I got to go. It is the unique bosom stripe in which African cinemas is creating outstanding motion pictures for people to watch and enjoy that we bring to you another edition of Movie Flicks at NTA2 Channel 5. My name is Olowo Hololade and we start today with the movie of the week.
Alright, like I said earlier, we have the legendary Chief Adewale Ayuba on the bandstand.
Our box office movie of the week is Ada Omodadi, a 2023 Nigerian movie produced by Mercy Aigbe and directed by Kazim D. Adeoti, Mercy Aigbe, and Ake Mansion. Ada Omodadi is a star-studded movie with Mercy Aigbe, Shola Sobowale, Dele Odule, Debbie Shokoya, Carol King, Tommy Ojo, Jumoke Otedola, Omowumi Dada, Tayo Faniran, Fina Otabo, Nkechi Blessing, Yinka Shaleye, Adediwura, Black Gold, Adeshega, among others.
I think we should jump into any conclusion because of this picture.
Shut your mouth.
You're asking me to shut my mouth?
Shut it. Koshidanu!
She said Koshidanu.
That when a Yoruba woman tells you Koshidano, it means war. This is the time for us to go to Plan B.
The movie tells the story of the stability of a family that was threatened when Ireti receives an unexpected call from Ifeanyi, a long-lost ex-husband, on her daughter's introduction day. As the family counts downtown the wedding, Ifeanyi mounts pressure on Ireti. He wants to meet his daughter. The bride, Peroshola, world comes crashing down as she learns that her loving daddy is not the biological father. She was torn in between being loyal to the man that raised her and a new connection to the man who birthed her. Ade Omodadi mirrors on parenthood, love, forgiveness, and reconciliation. It is a beautiful, family-oriented movie to watch.
People have different ways of making movies. Some want their story to be heard all around the world, while some believe that quintessential African stories must be on the global stage. It is high time to bring to you the guest of the week. Yes, this guest is doing internationally and is proving that he's here to stay. Let's find out who this individual is.
Our guest this week is Celestina Aleobua. Born in Lesotho, Maseru, to Nigerian parents, hails from Edo State and was raised in South Africa. Celestina schooled in Toronto, South Africa, attended George Brown College, Canada. She later proceeded to McMaster University, Canada, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science Interactive Media Management. Celestina Aleobua is an actress, writer, director, and producer based in Canada. Celestina Aleobua, the founder of Thatafrican Productions, had her professional acting experience in 2013. Celestina debuted when she wrote, produced, starred, and directed the movie The People of Sand 2017. She has since starred in numerous films and TV shows, some of which include but not limited to Second Wind, Finch, The People of Sand, Skydance, Amazon Studios Richard. Celestina has won some television credits to herself: Showtime's Fellow Travelers, Sunlight's Commercial, Amazon Prime Video reacher, Last Bite film, Losing It All. Celestina Aleobua won 2 awards in September 2023 when she co-created with Naira Adedeji in a television series, Jade, at the Toronto International Film Festival. Celestina's passion for telling stories preserves African culture and history. As a filmmaker, her genre of movie focuses on cultural enlightenment through the creation of authentic Black stories. Celestina Aleobua is sharing her talents in the arts of storytelling in the industry.
On our Guest of the Week segment today with one of the fast-growing actresses in diaspora. Her goal is to bring quintessential African stories to the global stage. We welcome Celestina Aleobua. It's nice having you on the show.
Thank you, Aloha. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're an actress, a writer, a producer, and a director. In fact, multi-talented is the word. Tell us about how you started.
For sure. My name is Celestina. As you said, I act, I direct, I produce. I've always loved storytelling. So I grew up in South Africa.
Okay.
And I was always part of drama class. Even when we'd go on camp, we'd had to create skits and stuff like that. So I was always leading that.
Oh,
so I knew I wanted
nice.
to act for the longest time. I think at that time, though, it wasn't really something that people were going to school for, especially for Nigerian parents.
Yes.
Like, it's hard to
Yes.
tell them that you want to go and study the arts. So I didn't go to school for it, but
Okay.
throughout my university years, I put on productions with the African Student Association in my university.
Okay.
So I did that for 4 years.
What school is that, sorry?
That was McMaster University in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that for 4 years, and then after that I said, okay, you know, I feel like I'm gonna make it now. Somebody's gonna come and discover me, and that didn't happen. So for the next 2 years or so, I didn't do any acting at all. So I started to get a bit agitated and figured, you know what, I'm gonna have to do this myself, because in Canada there's not that much of an opportunity for Black females,
Yes.
just generally as actors. So I decided to write my own scripts, figure out how to direct and produce,
nice.
and that's how I
Wow.
shot my first film.
That's nice. That's a great story to
Thank you.
tell. Some people believe that you should journey through actress or actor before you climb the stage of becoming a writer or a producer, a director. Do you belong to the school of thought? What is your perspective about that?
I think that you can start from anywhere in production. So whatever piques your interest, it's good to gain experience from somebody in the role that you're trying to do. So as a producer, it's good to work underneath a producer to figure out the standards of producing. But to be honest, producing is kind of like problem solving. So as long as you are fast on your feet, you think, you have forethought and stuff like that, you can produce on your own. So it's good to learn by doing, but as you grow, to learn by learning from people who have done it for a long time.
Now let's talk about role playing. Acting is putting on another character entirely. How does this new character become you on set? I meant, how do you internalize the traits?
Sure. So, you, as an actor, you should do character studying before you embody the role. So, if you're not able to get a background description from the director, this is something that you can create yourself. And you can also pull from people that you know are like the character, or pull from their experiences too. So that's something that will help you channel what this character needs to be. Sometimes when you're starting off, people just create a slightly different version of who they actually are, which is okay. But if you want to grow into a great actor, people need to see you diversify. They need to see you in different roles that are completely different from you, who you are. And I think that's what makes a great actor. And so just pulling from personal experiences, people's experiences, or creating a backstory for the character that's completely different from who you are.
As an actress, a writer, a director, and also a producer, how do you manage this role to avoid conflicts of interest, and especially when directing a movie?
I think I'm still learning how to do that, because there's some decisions that you would make as a producer
Okay.
that doesn't align with your way of thinking as an actor. So as an actor, you might want to appear a certain way, or you think about the physicality of things, like, oh, I don't want to wear this or do that to my body. I think it's going to look weird for me as a performer, versus a producer who thinks more objectively about those kind of things. So that's what I was saying earlier, that as you grow in the industry,
Yes,
it's better to collaborate with enough people that you've built a team where you can trust people to take on separate roles rather than you doing everything.
Yeah, sure.
Because you end up not thinking straight in certain roles because you have a conflict of interest.
Yes, yes. Okay, you appeared in a blockbuster series called Rachel with Naira DJ.
Oh, she was not in that series.
Okay,
she is my filmmaking partner.
Okay,
though.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you did a short movies together, isn't it?
Yes, we're currently, so we actually met at a film festival in California.
Okay.
So that's where our films screened back to back.
Okay.
And we immediately connected and realized that we're trying to tell the same kind of stories.
Okay.
And so now we are working on a TV series together.
Okay, that's
And
nice.
thank you. Yeah, it's been a fun journey. We've invested a lot into it.
Wow.
She's based in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm based in Toronto.
Yeah.
So we
common,
sometimes have
yeah.
to fly back and forth.
Yes.
She flew into Toronto for the Toronto International Film Festival, and that's where we entered a pitching
But
competition.
let me stop you a bit.
Okay.
This Rachel, I want you
Yes.
to explain. I want you to give us the role you play and narrate the story a bit for us in a
Okay.
nutshell.
Okay. Reacher, apparently it's very popular now. I think it's on its third season.
Yes.
Yes, I appeared in the first season.
Okay.
Reacher is based on the character Jack Reacher, which many books are written about.
Sure.
Basically, he's a cop and he just goes around solving crimes or fighting crime. So I played actually quite a small role in the series, but I played alongside the main characters, and basically was in a hotel room checking them in.
Yeah.
And it was at a point in time where they knew that they liked each other, but were unsure who was going to make the first move. So in my role, I told them that, there's no two rooms available in the hotel, so you guys have to stay together. So that was my little role in Reacher. It was a fun experience.
It was fun. It will be fun. I actually, because for you to keep yourself in that diaspora, it's something. At least you are moving. You are making the step.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
yes.
Yeah.
Regarding your first movie,
Yes.
your first series, isn't it?
It's a short film.
Short films.
Yes.
Okay, because I think you've produced about 3 short films.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us what inspired you to write those short films, and also can you give us the zeal, because something for you to write such a movie or film, it actually comes from your eagerness to want to do something out, to want to push something out. Give us, direct a bit about it, and what's give you that zeal to write that.
All right. So generally, as a filmmaker, my role or my goal in this life is to make sure that we are recording African history as Africans.
Okay.
We have a lot of our stories that reach an international level that are sometimes told by Americans.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that we miss out on.
Yes.
Also, I would love for African countries to learn more about other African countries.
Okay.
I feel that I grew up in South Africa.
Yes.
South Africa is very much enclosed, would I say?
Is it?
Yeah, they don't really like other Africans coming in.
Yeah.
You know?
Regarding the news, I usually say that.
Yeah, so I think it's quite sad, because if more South Africans knew the role that different Africans played during apartheid in sending soldiers to go and help them, I think that we would be more united. So through storytelling, I want Africans to learn about Africans. I want the world to learn about Africans from our perspective. And so that's what I'm trying to do with all my films. The first one, as I said, The People of Sand, just thinking about our strength and power as a people and reminding us not to forget our roots, because we were somebody before we were colonized, you know.
Yes.
So, and we had practices then that worked really well for us. So that film was just something to remind us about digging into our history and figuring out who we were before, and let's not forget about that. My second film, called The Finch, that is more of a diasporic story, but it talks about the the issues that Africans and Caribbeans have that you see in the diaspora. It's kind of a competitive thing, especially Nigerians and Jamaicans being, what would you call it? Nigerians call themselves the giants of Africa.
The giants of Africa, yes. And
Caribbean, Jamaicans also feel that they're the giants of the Caribbean. But we are so similar. And so that film is just about the differences but the similarities that we need to recognize that we hold just as Black people in the diaspora, and that we need to come together in order to become more powerful as well. My third film, Second Wind, that one talks about a young girl who was sexually assaulted and internalized the pain for years, and finally gets the courage to release that pain and confront her abuser. So that film, just generally for me, I am trying to, with my storytelling, move more into positive things, positive imagery of Black people. I am tired of seeing the war stories and stuff like that. I think those stories are still important though for people that don't know. But for people that have seen it over and over, it kind of takes a psychological toll on you, where I know the history and I don't want to see Black people in pain anymore. And so maybe that's the last film I'm going to do about any sort of pain, but the goal of that film was basically to tell people to not internalize pain, release it into the world so that you can start to heal. And so now moving forward, I'm working on the series with Naira Adedeji. And that's a comedy. Or I'll call it a dramedy. That's going to be shot in both the States and in Nigeria. And just talks about the kind of ownership over your life that we sometimes don't have when we have a lot of pressure from society or our parents telling us the way that we should be. So these two girls realize that they are 30 years old, but the life that they're living is not one that they crafted out for themselves. So they go on a journey of reinventing themselves. They are quite opposite, and so that's kind of the push and pull between them. But they figure out that they can learn from each other's traits in order to better their lives.
So you won 2 awards from Toronto International Film Festival in Toronto, isn't it?
Yes.
And with Naira Adedeji, isn't it?
Myself and Naira Adedeji, we met in October 2022 at a film festival in California. Our film screened back to back, and we were on stage together answering questions about our individual films, but we realized that we align in the kind of stories that we're trying to tell. And so from there we're like, well, I guess we're attached now, we have to make a story together. So we've started to develop our series, and with that series we pitched multiple places, and the Toronto International Film Festival is one of the places that we pitched. And I think with her and I, we have such a I don't know if it's a spiritual connection or I don't know what it is, but we just fit very well. And when people see us together, they're very excited by us. Yeah, you know, we don't even have to say much, but like when we show up together, people are intrigued. So I think that really helped in our pitch. People were excited seeing us. They were excited by the story because diasporic stories aren't really told that much in the diaspora. So we don't have Nigerian or a lot of Nigerian experiences coming out of Canada, the States. The UK has done some work on that, but just generally we haven't told the story of what it's like to be an African abroad. And so I think our story is one that's unique and that people are excited to see. And so that's how we won the 2 awards, one of which was the Audience Choice Award.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Any word for your, fans, how they're up and coming practitioners in the industry?
Yeah, so I am developing multiple projects at the moment.
Okay.
And pitching multiple projects. My advice for anybody working in this industry is to recognize and understand that filmmaking is collaborative. Filmmaking is a miracle. Like every film that you see on TV, cinemas, took so much effort from multiple people to put together. So anytime you find that you stumble across an issue, know that you just have to push through. There's so many issues that you come upon in filmmaking. So be resilient and find people that align with the kind of stories that you want to tell and start building your team.
Wow, thank you for being on the show today. I know you had a great time the way you speak, the way your elegance and how I love that, seriously.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. It's so nice having Celestina Aleobua on the show today. We had a great time and I hope you did too wherever you're watching from. Will you please continue and we'll be right back. Moving on from Guest of the Week, right now we'll be taking you to see some interesting movies to watch. Sit back, relax and enjoy.
Interesting movies to put your money on this week are Mercy Line.
What exactly do you want from me?
I want Kenny. Tell me the right buttons to press to get him out of there.
It's getting out of hand. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding a lot from me.
I'm just glad to finally meet the famous Pastor Brown. She speaks really highly of you.
I smell doom.
This is no way to dress.
He's different. He's not like Zambesi.
Someone is already catching feelings.
The girl that came to the house. I mean, your student. Soft drinks. Well, I think there's more about her.
You definitely need to help her.
Well.
And Malaika.
What is
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Hunger is a furnace. It is not created to breathe life.
Are you sick? Get out! Witches don't deserve children.
Chichi, you did not greet me. Or you did not see me. Okay, let's assume that you did not see me. Now that I have spoken, are you not going to greet me?
The movie industry welcomes stars every single day. And on the show today, we'll be introducing stars in diaspora. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
John Adedayo Bamidele Adegboyega, professionally known as John Boyega, is a British actor and a producer of Nigerian descent. Born 17th March 1992 to a Nigerian father, Samson Adegboyega, a Pentecostal minister, and Abigail Boyega, carer at the Camberwell district of London, England, and grew up in Peckham. John Boyega made his acting debut in a movie as a leopard at his primary school in Peckham, London. He was in various productions during his secondary school education at Westminster City in 2023. John attended South Themis College 2008 to 2010, Wordsworth Campus, where he studied a National Diploma in Performing Arts. He also went to Old Royal Naval College, Packnow, London, Identity School of Acting, London, and University of Greenwich, London. John Boyega rose to prominence in Britain when he played the role of a teenager gang leader in the comedy horror film Attack the Block, and to stardom internationally when he played Finn in the Star Wars sequel trilogy films. He has since starred in the historical action film The Woman King, Imperial Dreams, Naked Singularity, Detroit, Breaking, Pacific Rim's Uprising, and the mystery film The Cloned Tyrone. Other television shows to Boyega's credit are The Circle, Live Another Day, The Whale, Small Ask, Celebrities, Becoming a Woman, and historical fiction drama Half of a Yellow Sun. He has appeared in the National Theatre production of Six Parties in 2009 and played in 2 productions at the Tricycle Theatre category Band C's. John Boyega has won some awards. Golden Globe Award as Leroy Logan in Red, White and Blue movie as part of Steve McQueen's anthology series Small Ask. BAFTA Rising Award and the trophy Chopard at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. John Boyega is doing Nigeria proud in diaspora.
It's been an amazing time in the show today. We had a great time and I hope you did too wherever you're watching from. Remember, we'll be here same time next week, so rest assured there will be lots in store for you to enjoy. My name is Olowo Hololade. Stay safe and goodbye.